confident and bold. She ready, never gonna back down. She ready, ooh, yeah, she wearing that crown. She ready, ooh, she ready. She walking and talking, no faking, creating.
And hola, ¿cómo están, my delectable sweets? It's Tori, the Hope Dealer of Guided Intuition, and welcome to this magnificent, powerful, life-changing pick a card reading. So my beautiful love muffins, this pick a card reading is going to be really channeling into this energy. Chiron went retrograde July the 15th, and it will officially end on December the 19th. Chiron, which is known as the Wounded Healer, okay, will be in retrograde. So I made a whole video breaking down Chiron the Wounded Healer. We'll link it down in the description box, but actually stated a poem and just really broke it down, going through Chiron's archetype and what that means for us, okay, on an individual level and collectively. So you definitely want to check that video out, okay, so you can really understand, what kind of change that Chiron is going to be bringing into your life, even like remind you of your why. With Chiron, it's here to show you some support, why we heal, and by you healing, what is that going to open up in your life? Okay, so you definitely want to make sure that you check that video out. Click in the description box and go to whichever object is calling you. I always like to close my eyes, take 3 deep breaths, and then just ask the universe, ask the divine, my spirit guides, my angels, my ancestors, what is Chiron in retrograde going to do for me in my life? What's of significance? What powerful change is going to be taking place? What's going to happen because of this change? And, just open your eyes and just whatever, your intuition tells you, whatever pal you gravitate towards, there's going to be a message in there for you that's going to profoundly help you and change your life forever and forever for the better. Okay, so your options, my love, we have option number 1, which is my favorite earring. It's like this little bundle of roses. It's by Betsy Johnson. I really love her because she's unique and she makes earrings and necklaces and purses and shoes that are just really, really bubbly, fun, colorful. Tori in a nutshell. All right. And then our second option, we have, I think this is orange calcite. Right here, I actually got this as a free gift for purchasing crystals at my local crystal shop. And option number 3 right here, we have the key. This is my key that I got from the House of Hoodoos in New Orleans when I visit this shop that I am absolutely in love with. I fell in love with their cat. I'll insert a little video of their cat that I fell in love with. It's so freaking cute. And lastly, this is I don't know the name of this stone, but I was just gravitating towards it. It's a favorite stone that I picked up at a crystal expo. So we have 4 options for you guys to pick from. So go to the option that is calling to you, option 1, 2, 3, or 4. And I will see you guys in your pile. Hello to all my delectable sweets who picked this earring right here. So I'm not going to lie to you. One of the things that Chiron in retrograde is going to bring up for you, or whenever you're watching this video, because it's truly timeless. But this cycle, whenever it takes place, it's really playing on your individuality. It's really playing on you embracing your uniqueness, you just loving yourself, you just not even loving yourself, but loving expressing yourself, being more open with who you are, your likes, your dislikes. This is, when I see this is about taking up space for me. This is about you embracing those unique parts of you that you feel like that, if the world seen, they wouldn't really like it. It's like your quirkiness, your uniqueness, your, that weird spot that it's really channeling Aquarius energy, okay? The weirdo, the weirdo. The cool kid, the weird one. So I really feel like this is what Chiron is really going to be channeling in when I just tap into this energy right here, looking at this earring. It's about you just really fully embracing yourself, and just not really caring. So let's get into this. Move my water. We're going to go ahead and get into this and just see, what is Chiron bringing up for the beautiful souls who picked this extravagant earring. What is Chiron going to be bringing up for them? We're only going to pick one of these cards, guys, okay? So Spirit, what is going down? What's going down for pick number 1? What is Chiron going to be bringing up for them? What is Chiron zoning in on for them? I said 1 and 2 wanted to come out. Ooh, look at this on the bottom of the deck. Solar plex, confidence. Remember I just said embracing your uniqueness? We have hunger right here. So I feel like for you guys, Chiron is really going to bring up you truly expressing yourself. This could be in your relationships. This could be in your career. This could be in creative projects. But I really feel like it's playing on your confidence. Chiron is really here for you to speak up. A lot of you have stories to tell. You have books that want to be written by you. You have messages that I feel like will help the collective. You have crafts and gifts and things that want to be explored and want to all this yellow determination. Ooh, in space. Oh my God, taking up space. That's what I really felt right here. Ooh, okay, y'all. We about to go deep. Okay. So, Chiron the Wounded Healer. Those things that we've all been places that we went there, we overcame it, and we will never go back. And it's usually the places that push us into our destiny, that push us into our purpose, that push us into our calling. Like, meaning, why do you think therapists become therapists? Because they know what it feels like to have that emotional turmoil. They've been to that side of crazy. They've been to, they've experienced trauma, and they desire to help other people overcome those traumas. So that's the energy that Chiron really embodies. Like Tori, I love self-love because I know what it feels like to not have self-love. And that is my why. So your why here, and why you're really being called to be your authentic self and express your uniqueness at its highest capacity, no matter how crazy that is. I wouldn't care if you were 33 and you collected teddy bears. You know what I'm saying? Like, you need to be okay with that, because what Chiron is going to be bringing up for you, my number ones, is with this space and the blackness. There was a level of lack or emptiness or nothingness that you have experienced. I feel like a lot of you have built yourself up or something, that whether it's career, from the ground up, or you're on that journey of building something from the ground up. You came from a place of nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, what it feels like to be an underdog, and I feel like this Chiron energy is really going to be reminding you of that. You know what I'm saying? That emptiness, that dark area, that nothingness, to really tap into your determination to continue to go further, to continue to build. Look how in comparison these energies are. What it feels like to be trapped. What it feels like to be left out. Even though rejection is not here, but with this space, like there's a nothingness. What that feels like. Okay. And I really feel like that nothingness that you grew up feeling or you experienced, that is going to be your most powerful tool. Because you had to build something, whether it's your self-worth, your self-esteem. Like, you really were in the trenches. You know what I'm saying? Like, you've been in the lowest of lowest. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's nowhere lower someone could take you. You know what I'm saying? And not only that, Chiron is here to show you like the determination, like this mountain, and you see the sun behind the mountains. Like, Chiron is here to show you that there's nothing that you can't create. There's nothing that you can't overcome, that there's nothing that you can't do. Chiron is here to show you that there is so much power inside of you. Okay? You are a person that finds beauty in every space. You have the power to take nothing and make it into something. It's one of those you take shit and turn it into sugar analogies that I'm feeling here for you. Okay? So those places or those spaces that you feel like, damn, like other people probably had it easy or other people have it easy. Don't look at it like that. This is here to show you your true strength, your true power, that you can do anything. You can build anything. There is a powerful quote by Buddha that I absolutely love. Do not like quote me for word, but I'm going to give the best of my abilities, because I can't I can't find my phone right now. But it's Buddha basically said, and it's funny, Buddha's right here, but Buddha basically said that it's better to master yourself than to conquer 1,000 worlds or master 1,000 worlds. Because when you master yourself, the victory cannot be taken away. And basically, what that quote embodies, like when we master ourselves, when we give the victory, when we get the victory ourselves, when we do something ourselves, instead of, mastering things outside of us or building other people's company, but when you build for yourself, when you pour into yourself, you know what I'm saying? Instead of trying to pour into other people, it can't be taken away from you. Because you built it, you established it. Okay. I pray that I did not give that great analogy right there, guys. I know that, but that's just what I feel like for you. Like those opportunities in your life that you felt like, damn, you were given like the short end of the stick, like why were you merged in this darkness? It was here to show you, like, you are a shapeshifter. You are masterful. You are a mighty manifester. If you don't know this already, it's here to show you like how determined you can be. Like there's nothing that you can't overcome. Because believe it or not, that is a gift, my number ones. That is a gift to perseverance. That's a gift to keep going in spite of. That's a gift to find the beauty in every situation. That's a gift to start at zero and build yourself up. That's a gift to fall down, get back up. Like that is a gift. And I feel like Chiron is here to show you like, man, take that. Maybe you take that for granted, or you look at it in a negative sense, like, oh my God, can I get a break? Or, whatever. Like take that and allow it to empower you. You see all this yellow, this solar plex, allow it to give you confidence, because guess what? When you know that you can do it, when you know that you can achieve it, can't nobody take shit from you. Can't nobody tell you nothing. There is a level of confidence. There is a level of understanding. There is a level of wisdom. I know a better analogy. It's something like give a man. You can either give a man a fish, or you can teach him how to fish so he can acquire more for himself. Maybe that's the analogy I should have used. You know what I'm saying? Like, listen, don't look at it like, damn, everyone has it easy and I have it hard. No, this is building you. And Chiron is like, you need to like really take a look at that. You switch your perspective, maybe, or maybe just like, really, really ground in that energy. So that's what I got intuitively from these cards, but let's just take a look. Let's see what space means in the book, because it's the black color and they have definition, guys. I'm so sorry if I'm taking a long time. So when a black card appears, it says, as with all colors, Our association with black are varied and complex. The link between black death and the underworld goes back to ancient cultures. Many gods and goddesses of the underworld are represented by the color black, including the ancient Egyptian god. Okay. Ooh, all of them. Kylie, everybody, Hindu goddesses of death and time, among other things. These associations with death can light feelings of fear, but that's just one perspective. Like white, black can be understood either as an absence of all light, no color, or all colors together in harmony when mixing pigments together. Ooh, I'm trying to tell you, there may be Chiron trying to, maybe you're looking at something different, wrong, and you need to switch your perspective, because with space here, ooh, this is like that the lone wolf energy. You may feel alone and like you can get lost here, but it is important to remember that you can fill this space. What is it that you are looking to fill your life with? Is it certain types of people, a new project? How can you take action towards your goal? The void is only a temporary space and it's ready to be filled. So whatever is happening in your life right now where you feel like it's lacking, this is meant to show you that you can fill it yourself, that you lack nothing. Maybe it's you needing to have more confidence in yourself, in your abilities. Take that time to realize just how powerful you are. Maybe for some, I'm also feeling, to switch your perspective. And it's not like, why me, but why not me? I'm about to eat this shit. I'm about to conquer it. I'm about to show you how to make sugar from shit taste and look phenomenal. You know what I'm saying? Whatever's happening in your life, it's getting here to stand in your power. It's getting you to be confident within yourself. It's really tapping into that solar plex. It's really asking you to be determined, because with this card, determination can give you the energy to reach your goals. Yeah, no victim mentalities, and maybe that's a little scary for you to be alone, because that was one of the hardest lessons. A Love Muffin posted this on Instagram. But they asked her, what was one of the most hardest things, that hard pill for you to swallow? And she said that nobody was coming to save her, and if you have Sagittarius in your chart, that's a profound fire in general in your chart, because she was an Aries. That's a profound lesson for us to learn, that no one's going to come save us, that you're going to save yourself. But the thing is, what you don't see is that you have everything you need. Really take a moment to tap into this feeling and this extra energy. Also, if you're feeling tired, don't be afraid to ask people for help or look at the obstacle in a new way to renew your spirit. This card lets you know that the summit of the mountain is within your reach. You're almost there. So this Chiron is really here, and retrograde is really here to remind you of your power, to remind you of your truth, of who you are. It's here to eliminate, whatever false story you have been believing about yourself, and having you really tap in. We're only going to take one. Tap into who you are. The cosmic egg. Yeah. You have everything that you need. So Chiron is here to show you that you are your own savior. You are your own solution. And this could be a little difficult to really fathom. You know what I'm saying? Because we are taught that, to look to everybody else for help. But Chiron is here to show you that you are your savior, that you are the prayer that you've been praying for, that you are the change in your life, and how Chiron works as the wounded healer is usually those things that we overcome, those hard ass places, those things that we wish to go away from. But it's not about getting rid of them. It's about mastering them. In turn, you help other individuals and inspire other individuals by living your life in your truth and by your determination. Like, they would be like, damn, like this person came from nothing and they built something. Like, you are that inspiration in other people's lives by you living up to your truth. So this is powerful. You know, you are the cosmic egg. So my number ones, Chiron in retrograde is going to transform your life. Okay, because this is about completion. This is about harmony, the infinite within the infinite. The cosmic egg is the final card in the journey of the animal spirit deck, and it represents the unfolding of the cosmic consciousness. So like you know, maybe you feel alone because a lot of you are scholars. A lot of you are very intuitive. You know, you're very unique. Your lens of life is not small. And Chiron is here to help you embrace that. You know, you see the bigger picture. You see outside of the limiting beliefs. So Chiron is really going to help you push past any limiting beliefs that keep you from really embracing your journey and your uniqueness and your authenticity. Okay, so like this is phenomenal. This is great. You guys know that I can like talk to you guys all day, but this is about completion. This is about emerging and kundalini. I pray I said that right, but I feel like healing, you know, expanding your consciousness. Your mind is expanding, your viewpoints, the lens that you see life through is expanding. Okay, and maybe it's always been there, and Chiron is like, it's time for you just to embrace that. It's time for you just to allow that to pour out of you. Lastly, let's see how you can really work with this energy. Acknowledging, I'm not even gonna try to say that word, but it says, when it's a yes, nothing can stop me. When I'm unsure, it's always a no. So this is again about you following your truth, listening to you, not anybody else. Okay. You know the answers already inside of you. Okay. You know what it is. It says encountering conflict. I feel like this is self-mastery. I don't choose sides. I take a stance. And I feel like it's time for you to take a stance, my love, you know, on you being your authentic self and expressing yourself how you desire. A lot of you are scholars. A lot of you are teachers, you know, healers in all realms, and however you decide to share your gifts with the world. But I hear it's time. That's what I'm hearing for you, my number ones, and what Chiron is going to be doing in your life. We're going to go ahead and go to pick number 2. Hello, my number 2s, all of my beautiful love enchiladas who picked this orange calcite right here. Okay, so orange calcite is a very spiritual stone. It helps and aid in your spiritual awakening, and spirituality to me is all about self-discovery and connecting with your truth, hence to why I'm an advocate for self-love, self-worth, and self-acceptance. It's through spirituality that we get to know our true selves, our authentic selves. Okay, so just by tapping into your energy and what this Chiron in retrograde is going to do for you, my beautiful loves, I really feel like it's going to be working with your creativity. It's going to be working with your solar plex chakra and your sacral chakra, really dealing with emotions. I'm not going to lie. Sacral chakra is really coming through for me right here. And again, I want to give, just in case you did not watch what Chiron the Wounded Healer, the archetype of Chiron, is all about. It's those things and those places and those things that we have experienced that we made it out of, that will forever change our lives. that really pushes us towards our purpose, really pushes us towards our destiny, really shows us who we are and how strong we are, and our capabilities. So this is really playing with your emotions, okay? So Chiron is really asking you to go deep within your emotions, okay, in this retrograde, because I really feel like it's in your emotions where it's I don't know if your truth is under it, but it's through your emotions that you're going to come to some profound clarity, really understanding your emotions, probably bringing it into balance, validating your emotions. Maybe your emotions were not validated, so in turn it quiet your voice, it quiet you, it silenced you, okay? It took away, now maybe that plays on your confidence with how you want to share or express yourself in the world, your creativity. So I feel like the more that you dig into your emotions, the more that you're going to tap into your creativity, express yourself more, and show up in the world more, okay? So that's what I got intuitively for you guys, just picking up on this stone, this energy. So let's just pull a card. I'm hoping to only get one. Oh, love, y'all see that? Okay, so let me tell you something, number twos. Ooh. Is that iditation? Alditation? I don't know. Let's look this up really quick because I feel like this is a significant part here. So this is so a heart awakening. Really going through your emotions, what I'm feeling, maybe you were shown how a relationship is or how love is. Or one of the things that I realized, love is more than just a person. Love is yourself and a person, but also love is all around you. Love is in your actions. Love is in your career. Love is in your voice. Love is in your everyday to life, when you drink your tea, when you drink your coffee. Love is just so much more than just in people, okay? But I'm not gonna lie, like I really feel like through your emotions, by you dealing with emotions, by you sorting things out, there's an amazing gift coming to you, an abundance of all sorts. And I do feel like, I'm not gonna cap, like for some of you, love in a person, or love in a career, it's just this abundance flowing in, okay? My love. So again, going to your emotions, you are really healing, and I feel like your heart is opening. So Chiron is really helping your heart open, or helping you experience love in all forms, in different forms, because this card, it talks about, when this card arises, it's a sign to notice the love that exists in your life, whether as romantic, platonic, or a family love, or even an intense interest. So I feel like, ooh, okay, I'm getting a lot. So where and how is love manifesting in your life? How can you embrace it? So let's apply this to Chiron. We know that Chiron is the wounded healer. You have such a loving and big heart, okay? And I really feel it's I want to get one more card. I know that. Let's get one more card. I just want to clarify. Spirit, clarify this love. Okay, trust. Okay. All right, we're here. Again, a heart. And look at this, confidence. So I feel like Chiron is helping you go within those emotions, deal with those emotions, deal with that, those emotions that sit on top of your heart that really keep you from, experiencing love in its totality, in another, in your career, in your everyday life, okay? Because I feel like there's so much love, so much for you to experience, but sometimes due to not trusting ourselves, because maybe we were vulnerable to the wrong people, be it in a career. Maybe we took a chance and it didn't go how we expected it to go, or we were severely hurt, so we closed down. So Chiron is really helping you to open your heart. It's really helping you to deal with those emotions. When you look at those emotions, when you process those emotions, getting you to open up to love within yourself, love all around you, love in your friendships, love in another, in your partner, getting you to trust again. Because, I feel like this is a heart awakening. And maybe, due to past pains, we shut our heart down, you know what I'm saying? Like we can have so many failed relationships, or we can be betrayed in so many ways that we just don't, kind of get jaded, about life. So I feel like, and if you realize Chiron's story, Chiron was the person who wounded himself, the archetype, because he was this knowledgeable person, and he was, so wise, and he was mixing a magical a deadly magical potion, and he ended up, injecting, himself with the poison. And, Chiron, the archetypes, the gods, they're immortal. They can't die. So he will forever have this wound, Sometimes it's, it's self-inflicted things is what I'm picking up for you. Even let's just go with the example about love, or even in career, anything. I feel like what's gotten the best of you is that you're the kind of person who gives everybody the benefit of the doubt. You know what I'm saying? Like, that used to be me. Even though my intuition was telling me one thing, I'm like, nah, let's just see. And I feel like, maybe you've given people the benefit of the doubt. You kind of overlooked red flags, or you've stayed in situations longer than you need to, because your heart is so loving, because your heart is so kind, because you know what it feels like not to have somebody there for you, not to have love in your life, not to have the career that you want. So I feel like you are the person that goes over and beyond, and I feel like this over and beyond can sometimes be the crippling thing, because there are always signs and wonders, and this is a mature truth that doesn't always feel good, because you have to take accountability. But I feel like in your accountability, owning it, even if owning the bullshit, owning the betrayal, even if you didn't do it and you have a valid reason to be hurt and to hold on to that. But that's like drinking your poison and, thinking that it's going to affect somebody else. When we take accountability, when we take full ownership, in the hardest situations in our lives, this is what returns our personal power, because we come into that realization, like the universe will always give you signs. You will always get red flags. Your intuition is always telling you about people, about situations. It's about you listening to that, and knowing when to give, and then knowing when not to give. And your intuition is telling you when not to give to something. But if we don't listen, that's when we get burned. You know what I'm saying? If your intuition is telling you to apply to this, go out for this career, but you're fearful, and then you miss the opportunity and you have to wait for it to come back around, then that's when the sadness comes in. So I feel like Chiron is really helping you to open up and trust yourself, and, distinguish your energy from other people's energy, because don't allow other people's fears or other people's shortcomings or other people's disappointments that you've seen or that they've done to you make you judge or shut down. Be observant, take that and discern it, but don't allow it to close you down. Okay. So that's what I got. I really feel like Chiron is going to help you gain clarity and trusting yourself and knowing how to give and when not to give. Your heart is really opening. The crow. I only want to pick one though. So till we get one. What is Chiron going to be doing for my pick number 2, Spirit? What is Chiron going to be doing for my pick number 2s? the lizard. Okay. So even with this lizard, but this love, our heart is the gateway. It holds the blueprint to our deepest desires. It's our spiritual eye. So with the lizard right here, this sign represents fire. It's sensitive to the subtle and the dreamer. The lizard is an expert in the realm of sensory and perception, okay? And prediction. As if it has a sixth sense, the lizard hears what is yet to be spoken and sees what is yet to manifest. Now, didn't I just tell you that? So I feel like this is about you trusting yourself, trusting your intuition, knowing when to give and knowing when not to give. I feel like, and it's okay. My number 2s, because this is actually fucking powerful if you look at it this way, because I feel like a lot of your shortcomings, a lot of your woe moments, damn, if you would have only listened to your intuition or your heart, or not looked at what this person said or the situation said, but how you felt, you would have overcame that like nothing. You know what I'm saying? So at the same time, that can suck, but at the same time, that's powerful, because you are the high priestess. You know. Even when you think you don't know, you do know. So it's about trusting your heart, pouring that self-love in yourself, because the more that you because loving yourself is about trusting yourself. So to love yourself is to trust yourself, is to trust your intuition, is to trust what's best for you. So with this lizard, it says, can hear what is yet to be spoken and sees what is yet to manifest. Although this is an amazing gift, it can easily wear the lizard down. Okay. Big crowds, lots of travel, or overstimulation will draw a lizard of their magical essence. This card is an indication to pull back from the bright lights and big city and return to the inner artist who's been whispering your name. When in balance, artistic, telepathic, spiritual. When out of balance, non-committal, flaky. To bring into balance, create a project. So you are an empath, okay, my loves. You guys are very sensitive. You're very intuitive, okay? And I feel like Chiron is here, don't give this energy just to anything. Channel this energy into what matters to you. Channel this energy. Well, I want to read that one card I said. Let's see. Ooh, my number 2s. You know what I just heard? Ooh, a lot of you, maybe you're the kind of person who can speak life, into other people's dreams, other people's goals. Like, you're the person that gives love, gives the truth, helps people believe in their self. But yet when it comes to your dreams, when it comes to your creativity, when it comes to your ability, you don't really hold that same vibration for yourself. You don't really believe that a dream can come true, can happen to you. You don't, you tell other people like, girl, you're going to be in love, or, you're going to find the woman of your dreams, but maybe you don't really believe that you're going to find the woman or the man of your dreams. And that's the thing, how Chiron works. It's like the very wound, Chiron the Wounded Healer. This is why Chiron has that name, because Chiron could heal and speak so much truth into others and help others. But when it came to healing himself, when it came to reversing, his own wound, he couldn't do it. So this is where we have to learn from Chiron's mistake. The very thing that we give to others and we're able to speak into others' lives, we have to be able to speak that into our lives and give that to us. So I feel like it's time for you to realize that, open your heart and expand your heart. And you've put into so many other people's dreams. What do you want? Okay. You know what I'm saying? What do you want? Trust yourself. Go that path, the lizard, embrace. I feel like, I don't know, maybe it's this hard exterior, but these colors. Maybe what you truly want to do in your heart is not a path that most people think that you should probably walk or you should probably do. So fucking what, my number 2s? You don't need to listen to anybody. Whatever's in your heart is in your heart for a reason, and it's for you to embrace it, and it's for you to do it. Because that one card that I said I wanted to look at right here, this card, it says this card is about the growth of ideas and new projects in your life. Now is the time to focus on creating a safe space for your creative pursuits. This moment is just for you and your project, nobody else. I added nobody else, but that's what I feel. It says, let your ideas grow while you nourish and care for them. Enjoy this special time. So it's time to give the energy that you give to others to yourself and confidently pursue what it is that you want to pursue. So let's see, how can you work with this energy? How can you work with this energy? How can you work with this energy and truly tap into those creative pursuits? Welcoming surrender. I was going to not take this. It says there is no problem, only destiny being revealed. So realizing that everything works for your good, okay? Everything is working for your good. Nothing is wasted. There is no perfect time like now, okay? Sharing shame. This card wanted to come out and I had put it back in when I was shuffling for you. And it says, when I share my deepest pain, I give myself permission to be. So I feel like, your creative pursuits is really going to heal you and help heal others, because you get to share your truth. You just get to tell your story. I don't know, like tell your story. I just heard that. Writing a book. I don't know. Artists, painting. I don't know. But some creative project wants to be explored inside of you, and maybe don't put all these high demands on it. Just let it be that you get to share your shame. You get to share your truth. You get to share your wound, and in turn, this is going to liberate you. My number 2s. Okay. So that's what this Chiron is going to really invoke for you. Retrograde is going to invoke for you. It's going to help you to trust into your heart, stop being so much about other people's dreams and goals and ambitions and be about your own. My number 2. So I'm going to go ahead and go to pick number 3. Hello, my pick number 3s, the keys. So, you picking this key, this is a sacred key, okay? And this, I just channeled very quickly my number 3s for you guys. Like it's simple. It came right up that you hold the keys to your salvation, that you hold the keys to your victory. This is what Chiron is really showing you, that the power lies inside of you, not outside of you, not in a partner, not in other people. To be more particular, I don't want to mess that word up, but yeah, you hold the keys. You hold the keys to your salvation. You hold the keys to your happiness. You hold the keys to your financial wealth. The power is inside of you, and it's important that you realize that, you embody that, okay, if you haven't already. So what is Chiron going to be bringing up for you? Intuition, okay, and then we got fear and intuition. So we're going to pull some more cards together, but 2 cards from a deck that I was going to pull together wanted to come out. So I'm going to go ahead and place it down with these 2 right here. You guys got dissolving judgments. Okay. It says, I do not have to like the actions of others in order to love my journey. Look at how this came out, guys. Crazy right here. And then you got unraveling codependency. Only I have to feel good about my choices. So a real wound to you that I feel like, your Chiron wound, what I'm seeing, guys, is surrounded around validation and personal empowerment. So in turn, maybe in your childhood or even in your adulthood, but in some period, maybe you were a kind of person who did things or made decisions based on other people, or of how other people felt, or what other people will say, however, Chiron is really helping you embody that energy within yourself. Chiron has really helped you face the fear of codependency, relying on someone else to validate your needs, to validate your emotions, to validate your sense of who you are, getting your self-esteem from any and everything outside of you. And magically, this is why you guys hold the key. Chiron is just here to show you that you hold the keys, that all the knowledge is within your intuition, that you don't have to fear yourself, that you don't have to fear your choices, that you don't have to fear your decisions. You don't have to live in fear of not trusting yourself. Because not trusting yourself has landed you in positions and places that you didn't desire to be. Chiron is teaching you the importance of personal power, personal empowerment. Why you should always be your own sugar daddy, my number threes, when it comes, or sugar mamas, when it comes to your emotions, your spiritual beliefs, and your finances. Because the moment that you put any of those things in the hands of others, this is when we surrender our personal power. So validating your emotions, giving that love to yourself, has been a life lesson for you. It's still, because I get the codependency and breaking those cycles, and Chiron really showing you that you don't need the validations of others to feel good about yourself, to pursue what it is that you want to do, because Chiron is helping you heal this right here, heal this fear of judgments of others, that if you do what you want to do, that you won't be liked, that you won't be loved. So this is really tapping into that inner child energy. This is really tapping into that how abandonment issues, the fear of someone leaving you if you honor your truth or do what you want to do, having to self-worth, having to prove your worth, okay, has maybe, and you've internalized not really trusting your intuition, trusting your path, trusting your decisions. So this Chiron in retrograde is going to show you your fears to get you to trust yourself, to get you to say F what anybody else says, F what anybody else thinks, F what anybody else desires, for me. What do I desire? What do I want? F the validation of others, and this can show up in a career. This can show up in, if you're a content creator, because I do a lot of people, when you get too zoned in on likes, and validations, you know what I'm saying? And, or if you have a social media, or if you are in a relationship, wanting that person to see your worth, wanting that person to choose you, you are moving away from all that. Okay. And really coming into sovereignty of yourself and sovereignty of you define you, balance within yourself. I know that's very weird, but that's just what I literally picked up on. And, I don't feel like the whole picture is clear. And I feel like it's not for me to define the whole picture for you. It's for you to define that picture. This is more of a confirmation. Oh, yes, a moth. Oh, a moth to a flame is just what I heard. Okay. Ooh. So for my number threes, you guys have been afraid to really do what it is that you want to do, really date who it is that you want to date, really go the path that you want to go the path. And I know this is not the greatest analogy, but it's like a moth to a flame. There are certain aspects of yourself that you can only deny for so long. Okay, until you have to face these fears and you have to trust and listen to your intuition. And I feel like by not listening to your intuitions and letting fear, keep you, has kept you in unhealthy relationships, has kept you in cycles or situations that are, that are not ideal, that really suffocate your growth, that don't really allow you to expand. But a lot of you are coming out of this. A lot of you are gaining your confidence to really own your truth, to really face your fears, to really face this codependency. This is a cycle that you're breaking in codependency. Chiron is here to help you break that codependency. It's here to show you things that maybe you've been relying on others. Maybe you have been following a path that is not in alignment for you. So my number threes, I always say, there's always light at the end of the tunnel. And even, with the Chiron is here to show you the importance of not being in fear, because when we are in fear, that's a lack mentality. That's when we're like in survivor mode. We have to fear or fight for our lives. Being in that energy, we make hasty decisions. We'll grab the first thing that comes to us. We compromise what we desire in love because, let's keep this thing 100. Tori was a person who was very much wrapped in codependency. This is a cycle that I literally just broke, and really came into spiritual sovereignty in that area of my life. But codependency is breaking that cycle of compromise, breaking that cycle of desperation, unworthiness, really healing that solar plex. So that's what Chiron is doing for you, because think about it. If we're always in a lack, we don't feel like okay, how do I say this? Okay. There's an underline with this moth right here, because the moth is all about impulsive, hasty, and wishful. When in balance, enthusiasm, whimsical, when out of balance, idolizes others, jittery. And codependency is way outside of just love. When we seek the validations of others, or we're scared or fearful of what people might say, it really closes us down. It doesn't allow us to be our authentic selves. My number threes, I love you guys so much, and I'm sending you so much love and spiritual hugs. Okay, you got this. You are breaking a powerful cycle that has kept you in places and things that are not of your truth. Okay, you have to know how powerful and how strong you are, to really overcome this cycle and really to be able to tap into your energy. You really need to clap for yourself, okay? Because this is not an easy cycle to break. This is usually the one where everyone turns around and just goes back home instead of finishing the race. So, you're getting this lesson in this lifetime. So I just want to really congratulate you, and really you need to clap for yourself. Okay, because, when we are in fear of codependency, we won't do the things we want to do. We won't write the books we want to write. We won't start the projects we want to start. We won't go the places we want to go, because we are fearful of what others might say. We are fearful of what others might, do or think. So in turn, we don't We're not being authentic to ourselves. We're not embodying our truth. Okay. So I feel like this Chiron is helping you overcome that, overcome fear. It's really connecting you with your intuition. It's really showing you that only I have to feel good about my choices. No one else don't got to feel good about your truths. You know what I'm saying? Like, have you ever been in a relationship where you morph into what that person desires, but that's not who you are? Like, you don't need your partner to feel good about your truths or how you feel or how you dress or what you do. Like, you don't have to morph into something to have something. You don't have to compromise who you are. And I feel like a lot of you have compromised a lot of who you are, to get something. But no, when you are in alignment with your truth, when you are, in an energetic flow with your choices, then guess what? You are honoring yourself, meaning everything that is for you is going to come to you. So I feel like this is what Chiron is helping you do. Realize that the key lies within you, that you give yourself power, that you are your own salvation, that you are your own reason. So you validate yourself, my number 3. So in turn, it's time to show up. It's time to show out. It's time to do the things that you want to do. It's time to play with life. It's time to allow your heart to really speak. It's time to stand powerfully in your power, in your confidence, and who you are. It's time to stop wearing shame. It's time to honor yourself, because the moth, it says the moth is sure the grass is greener on the other side. The moth energy is at play when we're attracted to easy solutions or anything shiny and new. So listen, I want to give this analogy, okay? I always tell people that work with me, and I'm going to be making a video on the channel, but if I have to compromise, because this is a big word that the world will use and throw your way, my number 3s, and I don't care if it's in a career or if it's in love. If I have to compromise to get what I want, because that's what the world tells us, we got to compromise, we got to give a little to get. If I have to compromise, what's the point of alignment? What's the point of me honoring my highest path? What's the point of me working through my past trauma? If I have to settle, if I have to compromise, if I have to chase, if I have to take little than little and take less than, what is the point? If I have to settle for games, if I have to settle for manipulation, what's the point of alignment? No, what happens, you compromise and you settle when you're not willing to be in alignment. You're not willing to be patient. You're not willing. It's, when people think the grass is greener on the other side. But no, your grass is greener when you water it, when you tend to it. So you compromise when you're not willing to tend to something, when you're not willing to water it, when you're not willing to see it through. The next big thing. Okay. And for a lot of you, this is like creative energy, but also I'm feeling like love, like you've settled in relationships. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't get fixed on a title. I wouldn't care if it was twin flame, soulmate. No, if something stinks, if it's rotten, if it's not good, it's not making me feel good, then it's not for me. And I feel like a lot of you need to embody that energy and realize that you are your own power, that you are your own supplier, that you are responsible for yourself and nobody else. And you have to let them be, and you have to allow yourself to be. And even that's with creative projects, you know what I'm saying? Like, see your dreams through. Don't allow fear to speak in your ear and scare you and move you away from things, because it says this can be led to unfinished projects, disappointments, or burnout. It's helpful to remind moth personalities that life is complex. No matter the illusions, no one is exempt from the trials and tribulations of this great journey. Practice seeing life as an infinite mystery rather than wishing it was easier or different. Because when we do that, we start to compromise. We start to, dim our light. We start to do things that are not authentic to us. Don't worry about likes. Don't worry about people. The only thing that needs to validate you, my number 3, is you. Don't worry about people agreeing with your lifestyle choices, what you want to do, what you want to wear, what you want to go, how you say it. Your intuition is taking you down a path that is selected just for you. So it's going to completely look different. You don't want to burn yourself out by oh my God, I'm so sorry, guys. You don't want to burn yourself out by trying to live up to everyone's version of you. Trust your intuition. Release the fear of being shamed by being yourself, taking the path you want to take, doing the things that you want to do. I feel like this is what Chiron is assisting you with. Okay? I love how it says, I don't have to like the actions of others in order to love my journey. And only I have to feel good about my choices. Only you have to care. Only you have to like it. Chiron is going to help you to honor your truth and your passions. If the passion is not there, if you authentically don't want to do it, then you're being told not to do it. You are ending an era of compromising who you are, what you desire, my number threes. You're done with that. So Chiron is granting you the key to truly move forward in your life, to really flow with your intuition. I don't know why this card keeps sticking out along with fear, because you have a path that has not been walked before. You know, you're taking a completely different route to, the top of the mountain. And I really feel something that a lot of you are here to clear and is a part of your dharma is truly and honestly learning how to trust yourself and letting go of the fear that you won't be accepted or looking for validation outside of yourself. That is a major life cycle, a major cycle that you're going to clear. You're going to be done with that in this lifetime. I'm not even going to say a lot of you. My number threes, you are clearing that karma and turning it into your dharma. Okay? Which is going to have you go and do things beyond your wildest dreams. You're not mediocre. You're not small. Okay? You came here, to live and experience and do incredible things. My number three. So that's what I got for you guys. Now we're going to go ahead and go to pick number 4. You're reading, okay, to all the beautiful souls who picked this stone. Right here, I always forget the name, but this is to the beautiful individuals who picked this stone. Okay, so we are going to take a look and just see how Chiron is going to be shifting, changing your life. Okay, for the better, for the greater. So let's see, what is Chiron going to be doing for my pick number 4s? I really feel like it's going to reveal more beauty. It's going to be chipping away at some hard exterior in your life. That's what I'm picking up from this stone right here. Really chipping away at some hard exterior, chipping away at anything that is not of your truth. Ooh, yes, stop. Okay. So we got stop. On the bottom of the deck is faith. So I'm going to do something different for you guys, my number 4. I'm going to go ahead and put all your cards out, and then we're just going to see what we get. So let's see. What is Chiron going to be doing for my pick number 4s? What is Chiron retrograde going to be doing for my pick number 4? What's going to be highlighted? What's being healed? What's being expanded in their life? You got the fox. Right, now we're going to pull some guidance of how to work through this. Creating, always mess that word up. More gets accomplished when everyone has a role to play. Okay. So, chipping away. I said that. Activating the third eye. I am willing to see beyond my beliefs, ideas, and conclusions. Okay, my number 4 is I'm getting a clear message about what Chiron is here for you with this stop in the fox right here. I see the fox, how they usually predict foxes, mischievous, trickery, treachery. But, in this deck, it talks about when the fox is out of balance, sneaky, unsure of their identity. Okay. It can talk about being mischievous. So this is a card that talks about being smart, strong partner or mate or wise teacher. So there's something around connections that Chiron is healing for you. And I really feel like this is around, removing connections, chipping away, I said, at an exterior, chipping away at maybe a kind of type that you pursue when it comes to relationships or even friendships, relationships of all kind, business, friends, love. I really feel like moving away from people that you can't depend on. You know what I'm saying? Like, because we have more gets accomplished when everyone has a role to play. I'm willing to see beyond my beliefs and ideas and conclusions. So I'm just getting this energy of taking up space. And maybe my number 4s, you allow people to take up space. You allow people to be in arenas or have certain titles in your life that they're not meant to have those titles in those spaces in your life. Okay. And in order to get the help, in order to get the connections, friends, business, love, it doesn't matter. That's for you. Chiron is here in retrograde, okay, is here to show you where it's time to walk away. It's time to stop. It's time to let things fall, let things be, let go of things, because there's beautiful power when we release things, when we release people, when we release situations, because it allows what is truly for us to come towards us. It makes room and space for that. It makes room and space for the love that's meant for you to come in. It makes room and space. If you leave that job that you really want to stop, that you really don't want to do, it allows you to really seek your passions, to find a career, to find a path that's more in alignment with you. When you move away from these things is what I'm seeing. When you're willing to go beyond a way that you've always done it, a belief that you've always held on to, the ideas that you've always held on to. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause sometimes we be having like people in our lives just because all we got is years, but it's shitty years. Or sometimes we could just be in a career because, this is all we think that we're, capable or worthy of, or, it's what brings the money home, but it fuels us. It takes from us. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can make money and be happy. You know what I'm saying? That is a thing. So Chiron is here to remind you of, when we don't listen to our truths, when we don't let go and we hold on and we cling to things, that it closes us off and it stops the opportunities and the connections that are really meant for us to come in. So Chiron is asking you to look at your truths, look at these hard truths. You know what I'm saying? Like, look at these things that you have accumulated, or why you have these peoples and these things in your life. Are you hoarding? Is it out of fear? Is it out of, your past transgressions? Is it out of limiting beliefs? Is it out of just an idea of something, but it's really not matching it up? So Chiron is really asking you to go deep within that psyche and play with those things. What are you holding on to that's just not right for you? That is clear as day is what I'm hearing. You might have to pick another pile. My number 4 is for a more in-depth message, but that's literally what I'm hearing. It's clear. Chiron is here to, to show you. Because I feel like, Chiron, when you do that, when you let go of holding on to something, that's not of your highest good, you allow room for what is of your highest good to come in. My number 4s, what I'm seeing clearly is that you guys are in a new cycle. It's like you're beginning a new cycle. You are in alignment with your truth. Okay. So certain places, people, things, and that you indulged in, that you participated in, that you allowed to happen, you're going to find out that you're not resonating with that anymore. Because even with this fox here, and I'm seeing the yellow, I don't know why, but spirit is connecting this to ego. Maybe you got a lot of success, or you wanted certain things, whether it's a kind of type of person or something to do with a career, and it was really grounded in the ego. The perception of what we are told will be good for us. I always give this example, like, let's say the business tycoon, he's supposed to have, this sophisticated woman, but he falls in love with the innocent hippie girl. You get what I'm saying? And like, their two worlds, come together. And most people say that these two don't belong together. It's time for you to really go for the things that you truly, genuinely want. Okay? And I feel like by you making that decision, Chiron, you're stepping into a new beginning, a new cycle of really owning your power, really being confident. Yellow also represents self-love, the self-love that we give to ourselves. So the more that you pour on that self-love, which Chiron is helping you do, my number 4s. I don't know why I wanted to say number 3. So you guys might want to check that pile out if you were debating between that, or you felt like there was another pile you might resonate. I just literally heard pile 3. But you're coming into your power. The more you release and, stop indulging in things that are linked to codependency or, linked to fear, and really take risks and really be your authentic self and really merge your light and your shadow, you are living in your truth. This retrograde in Chiron is here to show you, like, what are you holding on to that it's time to allow it to fall? It's time to chip away at this hard exterior. It's time to declutter. It's time to move away from beliefs. Maybe it's, a belief about yourself that limits you, that keeps you confined in one area when you're meant to expand. Chiron, where have you just settled in life? That's the question that I'm asking. Where have you just took whatever? What are you just allowing to accumulate that's not really meaningful? You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like when you do that, when you take a look at that, that's going to allow what's truly for you to come in, my number 4s. So Chiron is really asking you, my number 4s, to take a look and see what you're holding on to, whether it's a belief, a person, an idea, or a conclusion that you've came to for yourself that is really not in alignment of your highest good. It's asking you to let go so you can experience more beauty in your life. And maybe that's the thing. You don't like to let things end, because Chiron, the wounded healer, it's through our darkest things that we have experienced, that we'll never go back to, but it's our greatest teacher. It's it really catapults us into our destiny. It really aligns us with our truth. And I feel like one of your Chirons for you, my number 4s, is for you to find the beauty in letting go, to find the beauty in endings. Maybe this is stemming from, abandonment issues, and maybe that makes you, cling on to things that are, not beneficial for you. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it's how you talk to yourself. It's the relationships, the friendships that you surround yourself around. That fear of abandonment, that fear of not knowing how to, that fear of abandonment enables you to just realize when enough is enough and when to say stop. So you allow patterns and beliefs and peoples and things just to continue. And Chiron is like, hey, no, it's time to stop this, let this go, so you can allow what's truly for you, people who really desire to be in your life, but are really going to be beneficial to your growth, to your evolution, to your love, to who you are. people and even mindsets. Maybe you've always done your spiritual path this way. Maybe it's time to try another one. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's asking you to take a look at, when you see this stop card on an individual level, block out what I'm saying. What does that mean to you? And it's time to start playing with this. Okay. So my loves, I hope that this message was beneficial for you. Okay. Because the more that you work with the energies of the planets of the universe, the more profound change you're going to see come into your life and align you to what is of your highest good and what is truly for you and your betterment and a fulfillment. Okay, so I love you guys so freaking much. I will catch you on the channel. Don't forget to share this video with a friend. It might be a message in here for them too. And I will catch you guys on my channel. I'm sending you so much love. You guys know I freaking love you. Mwah.
She blazing.